Hi there, my name is Ward William Taylor. Welcome to my website. It's a very important website because it talks about technology that the US and Canadian governments have been hiding, and that unfortunately gangs have gotten a hold of it, and foreign governments like Russia and China and the Muslims gangs and the blacks and the Italians have the technology. Now the thing is that what's important here to remember is just simply how it was introduced to me, and that as my website is. So what I do is, on the video, I say go to my story, and then go to the most important part, which is link future to the past. What that means is that I'm trying to prove that I'm being accurate, and that I will be proven correct. Now the thing was, as I said before, I was living at 3470 Fulmer Drive, where a guy named Gaston Wood and Tanya Woods and their two kids were part of a gang which I didn't know of. I was working on a lottery system. Now what happened was that they were spying me, which I didn't know, and that what they were planning to do was, I heard them over say they were going to kill me, and then I survived it. I called the police, and that's why I was able to survive what happened. What the thing was that the technology was introduced to me there, where they're able to look through the floor. And then the thing is, as I said, I didn't know at the time, but what happened after that was that they could have the technology, or they could see through the floor. But the main thing is that what happened after that was that the psych ward was that the chip was put in my body, and they could they've decoded the brain functions and your thoughts. So what happens is that they have people monitoring it. So it sounds crazy, but it's not complicated. The U.S. government and Canadian government, our Army, knows what it can do. So basically, it already exists right now. So what they're doing is they're saying that the technology is like, they haven't decoded the brain yet, well, which they have, and you'll understand why other people in other countries are able to have the technology, but the U.S. government cannot stop them from having it or using it. So that's what I mean. So a piece of shit like this that can change the world, because you'll if you listen to what I'm saying. So if you have a thought, if you say something, the chip sends it off to a computer, and what happens is they try and say if that computer is right. See right there, they're attacking me. So now the thing is that what is important to remember too is that they can download your memory. And that's another thing too. And then on top of that, they have devil programming, which they've been attacking me for 3 years, where they talk into your head and they can send images. You have to repeat what they say until they say it. Now the thing is that that's what's important here to remember, is because when it comes to lotteries, or when it comes to casinos, I went into 4 casinos, as I said on my website. They weren't worried about being picked up. See, here's the key. That's the whole key. That don't worry about any other technology or be confused. They were talking openly. They were talking about what I was doing. They know that they cannot be heard. But what they can do is, as I said before, in hold'em tournaments, they can see through the cards. They can talk into the other gang member's head and tell them what the cards are. In slot machines, they can zap the machines and have the jackpots. They've been the gangs, the Chinese, the blacks, Italians, have been ripping off the casinos for 3 or 4 years now. Or I think it was introduced to me 3 years ago, since 2012. But I think they've had it before that. So they've been making millions of dollars ripping off all the casinos all around the world. The Canadian government, U.S. government knows about it, because, as I said before, the U.S. government. And what the scary part is that once they have the functions of the body, which that means like your heart, your eyes, whatever, they can attack you with the chip in your body. And that's where the scary part and the technology is leading to, is that countries like Russia, China, and Muslims countries that want to suppress their people know that if they wait enough time, that they can control a person by putting a chip in their body, and if they get out of hand, they can kill them by attacking their heart, their body functions, and being actually able to kill somebody with a chip in their body. Now the Canadian government, I went to Harper, his wife knows about it. I call it devil programming, as I said before, they talk into your head. And the American government knows about it. The American government acts like they're 20 years behind. Now the thing is that the reason why is because you can spy on people without people knowing. That means that if you drug the person and you put the chip in their body, you can download their memory. You can actually, like if you want to find out about a nuclear power plant or something, or a politician or something, if you drug them, you can put the chip in their head, and then when they fall asleep, you start downloading their memory, and you can leave the chip in the person's body, and then, like I said before, or even take it out, that they don't know. So that's part of the reason why the Canadian American government acted stupid. I was outside the Prime Minister's house last year, 2014, and they were talking openly, again, not worried about being picked up the signal. That was their main mistake, because like I said before, they were raving my mind in front of them, in front of the Prime Minister and everything. The Prime Minister of Canada and President Obama know that other people have the technology, as I said before. But the one thing is as I said, what's surprising is that I can patent the technology, so that they have to bring it out early. And also too, the cure for cancer, everything runs through the brain. Everything runs through the brain. All the functions of the body. They can stop a cancer cell from growing. They know how to attack it. They can stop it from spreading. Their cure for cancer and all other diseases are here. They're not letting it release. Now the thing is, as I said before, I was surprised that in the last 3 years why nobody has ever brought it out, or the patent. The reason why, as I said before, is because the people that have the technology want it hid as long as possible. As I said before, the gangs and that are killing people, and they've murdered people. The Prime Minister Harper and Obama cannot hide from this fact. I will be exposing them. I have my life's in danger, I think. They've been trying to kill me. They still have the chip in my body where they still rape me. The devil trying. They rape me with yelling stuff down, devil programming. But if you read my website, and if you, like I said before, if you just use your common sense, start thinking about what today is, and that they have electrodes you put on your brain, whatever it is, that other people have decoded the brain. They're here now. They are using it, as I said before. Even the help of people of like RCMP, like I said before, they're getting help from them. I was worried about the Prime Minister, that he could have been a target of them. But as I said before, if you read the website, the most important part is you go to the futures link. And then once you understand the technology and you start putting two together, you'll begin to understand. Like, I'll give you an example. If you're in China, to decode the brain functions, you need to do the MIR and the nuclear test. So what happens is you need a lot of people to repeat stuff. And the thing is, as I said before, the United States government, they've just made it so that they're not advanced. They know what the technology can do, and it's very scary. And then not only that, the proof of God. So, as I said before, just read it. Read my story. It's not as far-fetched as you think. The technology was already here. Now the thing is, now all we got to do is to get them to expose it, and then stop these people from killing people, and protecting Canadians from future people being attacked or robbed from this technology.